Welcome to Nintendo Ninja News. I'm your host Chris Tysus, and we thought we would do all three of them eventually, and that is Super Mario Brothers 3. This is really the all the greatness of Mario. All coming together on the NES. This was the last one, the third one of this of the trilogy, and it introduced lots of cool things. The world map thing, lots of different power ups. It was just, it's definitely one of the best. It's probably is the best NES game in terms of how much you can do in it. There's other great games, but just the enjoyment of playing this one over the original, and the graphics looks much nicer. The gameplay, and this is where I feel like Mario's movements really starts to be perfected. He just feels so good to play as a character after all these years. And like for example, we can get this going. Oh, why didn't I mess around with this? Obviously, this might be a little bit of a oh, that's not bad. But I get the first time I played this, I think, was on the Super Mario All Stars. That would have been it, yeah. And it was a great deal because you could get all the classic NES games and Super Mario World, if I remember. And that was really, really cool. And it was my real introduction to Mario because I didn't have a NES console, started on the Super Nintendo, and I was on the Sega. So I was more of an Alex the Kid fan. I probably still enjoy Alex the Kid a bit more than the Mario Brothers series, which really sounds terrible, doesn't it, as a big Nintendo fan to say that. But it was my childhood game. Alex the Kid, I think, had a more interesting storyline, and the power-ups were really cool, and the graphics are really nice too. And the different enemies in Alex the Kid was cool. But the review is about Mario Brothers 3 and why it is such an awesome game. But all the little things like the musical things, the bounciness, there's such a charm about this. The raccoon suit and all the different power-ups that you can use. Whoa! Invincibility, and this feels great too. Whoa! Oh no, couldn't do that. And you get the bonus rooms where you can get more lives and things like that. And it obviously has been re-released so many damn times. It was released on the Game Boy Advance and probably the Super Nintendo. Oh no, the NES Classic Mini, and on the Switch, obviously. So, yeah, it was such a classic, this game, and I'm sure that whoa. And this feels like a game that you could do a bit of a proper playthrough of. Whoa. Oh! I have a lot of confidence at the moment. And you can really get, oh, look at that. Bit of a bounce off there. And just looking at the Wikipedia page, was developed by consisted of more than 10 people, took 2 years to complete in a budget of $800,000, and Miyamoto was obviously served as a director during the concept and final stages, encouraging a free interchange of ideas, which was pretty cool. And original ideas, obviously, he felt was the thing that kept things going, and the one-ups and bonus coins were introduced for people who didn't have as much skills as they put. Oh, Fireflower. And you can keep these items during the game, which was another big thing too. One interesting fact, just reading from the page, the Chain Chomper was a character created based on experiences of the experience of a dog lunging at him, which was interesting. So lots of new characters were created too. It was such a massive expansion of the Mario world, and it really cemented it as a classic, iconic character. You know, even if Mario wasn't successful in other consoles, he would still be seen as a classic character because of this console. But he would go on to do, you know, Mario World, and then Super Mario 64, and Mario Galaxy, and Odyssey, and, you know, going on to all these great moments. So, but it's just such a great damn classic game, and the replay value is obviously really high. And it's a bit unfortunate with the 2D Mario games nowadays, because I feel they've become a bit stagnant, some of the later games for it, which is a bit of a shame. Ooh. But yeah, I think that some of the 2D games that came out, I think the DS's were fine, but the 3DS's were just more of the same thing, and on the Wii and the Wii U. So this is the cards. You gotta line up these images. And am I gonna get it done? No, I don't think so. Yes, I got it. And there's a 2 up. So it's a 1 up for the Fire Flower and 3 for the Star, you would imagine. And you can whip through the first model too, but it does get quite tough. Look at this, the Fireflower. Classic item in the Mario Brothers series. But this game sold a truckload. So the release date was like 88, wasn't it? Yeah, it was 88. Oh, we just died there. But yeah, it came out on the PAL like 3 years later in 1991. So it was sort of towards the end of the NES's life. Ooh. And it still feels good, like even on the Switch Pro controller, it's pretty cool. Ooh, hang on to one of the minions. But what would I give this game out of 10? I guess a 9 for enjoyment. Super game, so much fun. And I think that it's definitely a game that I always go back to and play. And I think that I should do an actual recorded playthrough of this game one day, because it will be a lot of fun to do, and I think there will be a few little rage moments, but I think that I would generally enjoy doing a playthrough of this game one day. So, big thanks to everyone who came and watched my review. Don't forget to smash the like button, and I shall see you next time.